Hi folks, how you doing? This is Alex with Green Rev again. I have the amazing Miss Jennifer Harris, a phenomenal special education teacher and the owner and operator of 2 really successful tutoring companies. And although we're shady right now, you're going to see us walking through the celery farm in Allendale, New Jersey. And this is the first debut voyage of Trash Talk. So it's where we meet with people and we pick up trash and we talk about what we need to talk about regarding the environment and other important issues. So here we go. So I think we already have, Jen, looks like we have some trash coming up right here.
I do see some as well.
All right, so let's go. Let's go. So as a kid, I think we've all been taught, pick up trash, don't litter, right?
Yep.
Don't be a litter bug. So I don't understand. I've been racking my brain for years because whenever I go hiking, I pick up trash. And I find it's like, it's something I'm always doing. And sometimes it makes the hike almost unenjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. So like, how can we as a society literally just, I don't know, go from being 5 years old and here, don't be a litter bug, to actually not being a litter bug. So I keep on thinking about that, and like, I feel like there's something I'm not getting. Like, there's some connection that I don't know that isn't being made with the average everyday American or average everyday person, because this is not unique to America. This is trash gets, it's polluted in India. People take their crap and they put it down. They take their garbage and they put it down on the ground.
Well, especially in a place like this where it's nature. It's a preserve, and people still throw it down. I don't understand.
And so many people would come in with your coffee, right?
Yep.
And this is a carry in, carry out. So we don't have as much trash here at the celery farm, but I don't understand. Like, and they're literally just like fishermen and fisherwomen love them. Fish. Those of you who don't pollute, awesome. But I find all these little like lures and all these like the styrofoam cups or little containers with the worms.
Oh, there's a piece.
Everywhere.
Plastic piece.
Oh, plastic piece. And this all makes a big difference. It's the health of the ecosystem. Anything you pollute and put on the ground, either A, gets washed into the rivers and lakes via groundwater, and B, once that happens, it'll then leach. The chemicals, the polyphenols, all the different things that make up plastics and styrofoams get leached into your water system. So whether you're drinking purified water from Polish Springs, okay, that's nice, but you might have a well, you might have town water. It all goes back to eventually, you'll be exposed to it somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Either directly through drinking or something.
Well, and if not you, the animals.
Yeah.
That are living in the environment, like, and there's nothing they can do about it. We got to protect them.
Right.
It's up to us.
And I think about, like, there's people that love animals, like us, and there's people that, speaking of animals, look at this.
Ooh.
All these little, you see here,
oh, wow.
all these little bubbles, like little bubbles of dirt are from, that's all worm castings, which is like the ideal type of dirt.
Oh,
look at that.
Wow.
All little
I've
worm
never
poops.
seen that before.
All worm castings, which is like the highest quality dirt ever. Once organic matter goes through a worm, and then it gets excreted or pooped out, it has like something like hundreds of times more helpful, beneficial bacteria than it would normally.
Dirt? Is that a
Here's more trash. Yep.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Oh yeah. There's a ponytail holder.
Ponytail holder, and this is another female hair clip thing. All right, so ladies, when you're hiking, if your band on your hair rips, it's okay. Just put it in your pocket.
Yes.
Bring it home.
It's light.
It's light.
No reason for that.
Exactly. So where were we before we found the worm castings?
Everything going into the water.
Yes. Right. Well, yeah. And so like, we're all taught as children, most of us, the vast majority of us, to not be litter bugs, to pick up, to care about your environment. And you just like you clean up your room, you clean up your front and backyard. You're not going to throw stuff where the old expression, you're not going to poop where you eat, the PG version. You're going to keep your place nice.
Right.
And I think there's a great quote from Roger Nash Baldwin that goes, he was the founder of the American Civil Liberties Union.
Okay.
And he says, if the human race is to survive, we must all come to see the world as my country and all mankind, or womankind, my countrymen. Right?
Love that.
So how can you go from I'm walking down the street enjoying the celery farm, or I'm walking in these woods enjoying whatever, to, well, I'm not going to pollute here because I care about the raccoons and I care about the trees that give me oxygen, and
right, because something lives here.
Right, and so how do you convince the people who are currently polluting to no longer pollute?
That's a good question.
Is it education? Is it fines? Is it more? What do they say in behavioral psychology? When something happens you don't want to happen, it should be a swift and a powerful consequence, so they never do it again. Right?
Exactly.
I don't know, like how many, the cops do enough, the people who protect us. It's like any problem we have in society, we give to the cops, right? Mental health, give to the cops. Pollution, give to the cops. We called the cops the other day because a deer was in the middle of the road. A baby deer was dying but still alive. So we called the cops. Like, they have enough to do.
Right.
And thank you for those police officers out there.
Yeah, seriously, thank you. But yeah, I think education is definitely a big piece, more of it, because maybe
Chipmunk.
maybe it has to be more field trips, you know, for kids, and make that caring become innate within them through seeing it instead of just sitting in the classroom.
Right.
If possible.
Yep. And I think like something like rebranding, right? I think nature needs a new brand. I'm serious. Like it needs to be, I don't want to say cool, because I think that's like it doesn't really speak to the whole depth of what I'm talking about, but it needs to be mainstream. It needs, like, caring about nature is for independents, Republicans, Democrats, you know?
Yeah.
Black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, you know, Brazilian, European. It's for everybody. And I mean, even Arnold Schwarzenegger, well, I think he on his Instagram or Snapchat, in Instagram the other day, he was doing a little interview with, I think, the president of Austria, or one European politician, talking about it's the green future. We're going to take action for the green future. It was awesome. So like everybody that knows what's going on, that is really has their ear to the ground, is taking action, or know they should be taking action towards, you know, living and thriving with the environment.
Right. Exactly.
Which will actually increase human profits, right? I mean, have you heard of sustainable harvesting?
Yes.
So like you and I are going out with all the other, you know, companies, and we're fishing for crab or whatever, and there are certain laws, if they're doing it correctly, that will restrict the amount that you can fish and I can fish, so that the population can reproduce for years to come. It actually will increase profits for people if they all do it. But if one person, it's the tragedy of the commons, right? If one person, we share a field, and one person grazes in that field more than the others, then it's going to create me to think, oh, now I need to graze more, so everybody grazes too much and there's no more field left for us. Right? That's the tragedy of the commons. More trash.
Oh.
Not good. Trash is not good.
Not good at all.
No such thing as a way. No such thing as a way. So the tragedy of the commons, right? That the tragedy of the commons, that there's only one planet, as Buckminster Fuller, genius physicist who was able to translate physics, the average everyday person, said, we are all on spaceship Earth going through space together. So let's take care of this spaceship, you know?
I like that.
I like quotes. A lot of them.
But, and the thing too is, I think that sometimes people think that one person can't make much of a difference, but every single person really can. I mean, just here we are, you know, 2 people making a difference right here, even though there isn't that much.
Right.
You know, thank goodness. But every single person makes a difference.
Yeah, and I think that like almost those real like obvious truths that you all knew as like children. Be nice, you know, don't pollute.
Yeah.
You know, we can all make a difference. I think become like cliche, right? And like everybody can make a difference, and it sort of becomes white noise. Like, oh yeah, I've heard that, I've heard that. But I think like no, everybody does make
really
a difference. and like Jane Goodall, and I'll be interviewing with the executive director, Dr. Drews from Jane Goodall soon, the Jane Goodall Institute. And Jane, Miss Goodall, you're amazing. One day I'll interview you too very soon. She has a quote that says, not like everybody can make a difference, but everybody already does, right? So like you're already making a difference. The way you talk, the way you move, the way you pollute or not pollute, you're already systemically affecting people around you, right?
Just make the good difference.
Right, make the good difference.
Oh, I love that.
Let's go take a tour down here. I'm always curious to see what people accidentally drop or see how much stuff we can find.
Hopefully not too much.
Hopefully not too much. This is gorgeous. Here's something. What is that? A wrapper from the end of a cigarette container?
I think so, yeah.
Here's a button.
Button?
Wow. I fell off someone's. Maybe accidental trash.
Yeah.
So there's this wonderful woman, Jamie Cloud, Jen, who runs something called the Cloud Institute, and it's all about integrating into the curriculum, not through science, preferably first, you know, because that's probably the easiest low-hanging fruit, but integrating into the curriculum in private, public, and charter schools, sustainability, why it should matter. They talk about the fish game and carrying capacity. We all need to fish a sustainable way, just like a good hunter doesn't hunt out his whole, you know, flock of geese or duck or pheasant or deer, right? So she talks about there is no away, right?
Yeah.
You're throwing it away. All right, well, some people are living on landfills that have been refurbished and, you know, topsoil's been put on top.
Right, so it's not really a way.
It's not a way.
It's right there.
There's no way. I mean, short of sending it out to space, which who knows what will happen then. But like, there's no way.
It's just really hidden.
Yeah, and if you do send it out to space, then eventually you'll have no more material on Earth, right? Because
Yeah.
was it the law of the third or second law of thermodynamics that matter is neither created or destroyed, it just changes form. So we need to get to the cradle to cradle paradigm where we're recycling, reusing, and you know, all the plastic from our shoes, when we're done, gets just put into the shoe factory and they either melt it down or chop it up or something.
Right.
And just reuse it, because that's money, that's profit. I think like the biggest way I can try to rebrand, you know, loving nature, loving yourself, I don't know, being at one with the environment is profit. This is profitable.
Yeah, money talks.
Money
money
talks.
gets people's attention.
Money talks.
Yeah.
So you want to increase your profits? I mean, just like with CEO Selly, the former CEO of Interstate Waste Services, one of the biggest, you know, garbage disposal services in the tri-state area.
Oh, yeah.
He now started BioHigh-Tech, amazing individual. He talks about how with his eco-friendly digesters, which use just purely bacteria, he can massively improve profits for companies because they have live metrics and it can say, okay, you're producing 200 pounds over of bagels, that's you're throwing them out, therefore produce 200 pounds less. So you're not wasting your money making the bagels you're not selling.
Right.
You're not paying someone to pollute as they drive a fossil fuel burning car to and from, or truck to and from the particular place, fairway, you know, to pick up the trash, and it's going straight into the drain.
Wow.
So it's a triple win.
When did he start that? How long has he been doing that?
Good question. I'm not sure how long, but I know he has over 500 of these models.
Wow.
Which he can lease very affordably in over 14 countries and something like 40 plus states or something.
That's incredible.
Right? And it's great because he's purely a businessman who has this wider awareness of, you know, how we should help the world and how, you know, you want a clean environment for my students, my kids, my family, but also, listen, this is profitable, I'm doing it, right? Because a lot of people, I think, they have this false narrative of, oh, yeah, nonprofits, that's how you be environmental friendly, let's be a non-profit. Like, no, this is for profit,
Yeah.
right? This is for everyone.
Wow.
I love this place.
That's powerful.
Powerful. I mean, methane is something like magnitudes, so 30 to 50, depending on who you ask, times more toxic to the environment than CO2.
Really?
Yeah. So you need to think about also, like, question what you're told. Are cars really doing the most of pollution, or are oil tankers with diesel engines? You know, what about the food waste? What about the methane produced and released from cows and pigs? And I love a good filet mignon, or I love delicious bacon, but maybe, just maybe Einstein was right, and if you really want to make a difference, I'm paraphrasing here, you should become a vegetarian. Because you're no longer massively using these resources and producing this methane, which is then leaching into our water system, and, you know, the pollution, you know, continues.
Wow. It's really, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's out there. So it's a gorgeous day.
And I'm pleasantly surprised about